Welcome back, my good students. In our previous lesson, we were looking at traditional forms of our political development and systems. So we were looking at the traditional forms of government. We looked at the Buganda kingdom, which we said was founded by Cabaca Kintu in between 18th and the 19th century. We say that Cabaca Kintu was the first Cabaca. We say that the Cabaca was the title of the king. It was located to the northwest of Lake Victoria and to the southwest of Lake Choga. We say that the staple food among the Buganda people was matoke, bananas. From there we looked at the powers of the Cabaca. You have them in the previous lesson, so I won't go through them, but they were including but not limited to judicial functions, where we say that he was the final judge, military leader. He led people in war and could declare war or peace. Religious leader, where he presided over religious functions and represented the traditional god among the Buganda, who was Batonda. Now, today I would like us to look at administration in Buganda. So, how was this Buganda kingdom administered? How was it governed? So, to make administration easier, the country or the kingdom rather, was divided into counties. How many counties? 20 counties. So it was divided into 20 counties. And each county, just like Kenya is divided into 47, and each county in Kenya is headed by a governor. So in the Buganda kingdom, a county was headed by a Saza chief. So the county was headed by a Saza chief. Now from the counties, the county was subdivided into what they call sub-counties, and each sub-county was headed by a Gombolola chief. Each sub-county was further subdivided into very many parishes, or vitongole. When it is one, it was kitongole, many vitongole, and each kitongole or parish was under a batongole. So batongole was the leader or the person in charge, or who ruled a parish or a kitongole in rural Vitongole. Then the parish was further divided into villages. When you come from the parish, now you go to the villages, the grassroots. Now each village was under a Meruka chief, or the parish chief. Do not confuse parish with this Vitongole. So we're talking about a village under a Meruka chief or a parish chief. Now, the king could not rule alone, of course. He would be so tired by the end of the day, he would be dead. So the king ruled with the help of a parliament, a traditional parliament. In any kingdom, there should be a parliament. So what is the main work of any parliament? It is to make laws. So the traditional parliament among the Buganda was known as the Lukiiko, whose main function was to make laws. Now, you should know that just like in any other kingdom, but now the Buganda was not any other kingdom. It was the Buganda. So we also had the executive, which was made up of very powerful ministers. We had the Katikiro, who was the prime minister. Then we had the Muamuzi, who was the chief justice, and so he was the head of the judiciary. Omulamuzi. Do not forget that. Omulamuzi. He was the chief justice and therefore was in charge of the judiciary. Then we had the Omwanika. He was the treasurer, so he was in charge of the government coffers. So he was the person who knew how much money does the kingdom have. Omwanika. Kuweka. So the treasurer. You should remember that we say that the kingdom was made up of 54 clans. Each clan, of course, must have a clan head, the person who is in charge of the clan. And this clan head was called the Bataka. So what was the work of this Bataka? The Bataka's main function was to distribute land among the members of the clan. Of course, because he's at the grassroots, he knows how many people are there and who needs land the most, who has the least amount or the least piece of land. So the Bataka assisted the Cabaca to rule by distributing land among the people, among the populace. So that, in a nutshell, is how the Cabaca or the Buganda kingdom was administered. Questions? Here are some questions for you. Remember that, of course, at the end of every lesson you must have questions. So what was the title of the king among the Buganda? Write that there. Identify any 3 functions of the Cabaca. I discussed around 5 or 6 functions of the Cabaca. Give me 3. Remember to bring this work on Friday for marking. What led to the decline of the Buganda kingdom? This one is prompting you to go read more on the Buganda kingdom. So what led to the decline? What led to the demise? So it ended, of course it is not there anymore. So what led to its decline? Which are some of the goods that were bought from the people of Buganda by the long distance traders? Remember that there was trade between the people of Buganda and the people from the coast of Kenya. From the interior, actually from the coast of Kenya, the Cabaca and among other long distance traders. So what goods did they buy from the people of Buganda? What was the title of the prime minister in Uganda? So these questions should be answered and presented to school for checking on Friday. So, and remember to read more on the Uganda kingdom. So up to that point, have a nice time and keep safe.